Just 2 weeks after the total lunar eclipse, the universe is moving us even further with a solar eclipse in Virgo. And here is what you need to know. Hi, and welcome. This is Brian from Green Gardens Healing, and here is your Lunar Destinies, New Moon, and Solar Eclipse in Virgo reading from a shamanic healing perspective. On Sunday, September 21st at 3:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the second new moon in Virgo and partial solar eclipse at 29 degrees of Virgo. This is the last eclipse of 2025, and this heavenly event will influence the rest of the year and set the tone for 2026. So to see where this new moon and solar eclipse affects you personally, you will want to find where 29 degrees of Virgo falls on your birth chart. Now, in my last video, we took a deep spiritual look into lunar eclipses and what they mean. And for this video, let's examine the symbology of solar eclipses, since this new moon is charged with a solar eclipse, which is also moving us into the autumn equinox and setting the tone for the dark half of the year and the rest of the zodiac cycle. Now, we are about to dive really deep into a landscape where things are much more fluid and less tangible than we're used to. So expand your minds into this ethereal world of energy that we're about to explore. Eclipses are cosmic intersections for major collective multi-generational timeline shifts. To some, they may not seem like much in the present moment, but their effects influence us for at least 6 months after the eclipse and will continue to have gigantic cosmic ripples that affect decades into the future. Eclipses are how the divine cosmic forces that influence and reshape our reality seamlessly from one trajectory into another. So if we can consciously ride this tidal wave, we have access to some mighty powerful cosmic clay that we can use to make some truly magical changes in our life and change our entire reality in a relatively short amount of time. As you know, the moon represents our deep inner emotional self, and a new moon is a new cosmic cycle to set something new in motion within ourselves, our being, our life, and our future. That is why the new moon is black. It's the dark, primordial soil of endless potential in which we can use to plant our seeds for the future. And as the moon waxes into her fullness, she helps us tend to our new moon intentions, wishes, and dedications. Now, when the new moon is paired with a solar eclipse, not only are we starting a new lunar manifestation cycle, but we are also working with some supercharged energies that are shifting the entire human collective reality into new directions. Now, if we decode the language of the universe, spiritually and symbolically speaking, when we have a solar eclipse, a shadow aspect of ourselves moves into our field of vision, our experience, and eclipses moves in front of our personality, our ego, and the parts and faces of ourselves that we use to navigate our reality. Cosmically reflecting these unintegrated shadow aspects of ourselves back into our awareness, disrupting our daily patterning and allowing it to be seen, felt, heard, and experienced, not only in the sky, but in our life as well, giving us a divine opportunity to restore connection and wholeness between our unintegrated shadow aspects with our true divine essence. This means over the next 6 months, all of the unintegrated parts of our being will be triggered and activated so that we can identify them, make connection with them, and integrate them with unconditional love and acceptance, remembering that these aspects of ourselves are our teachers, guides, and messengers to where we haven't yet fully integrated the magnitude and fullness of our being, both the light and the dark, the known and the unknown. And here is where it can get a little tricky for some of us, because all of this occurs outside of any ideas of morality and judgment. This is truly a healing movement of integration towards wholeness that happens in a landscape of compassion, forgiveness, and unconditional love. Therefore, any judgments of right and wrong that we may hold for ourselves or that we may try to impose on others are the very aspects of ourselves that are seeking unconditional love, acceptance, connection, and integration. In other words, the major polarizations that are separating communities, families, and the various aspects of ourselves will be shaken into a place of connection, and any ideas that we hold as right or wrong will be challenged. Some examples of the ways in which this can manifest into our experience are any people, ideas, or beliefs that we don't agree with will be seeking connection and peaceful integration within ourselves without judgment, without ideas of who is right and who is wrong. This also means lovingly accepting our past without a wish for our stories to be any different, lovingly accepting our mistakes, and meeting every different opinion with gratitude. And this is all being initiated on the eve of the autumn equinox, which will be setting the stage for the dualities and paradoxes of our world to seek harmonic resonance and balance. Now, if you need any clarity or help navigating these cosmic dynamics and what they mean for you specifically, I'd be honored to help guide you through this lunation cycle with a cosmic moon birth chart reading, which is currently buy one, get one free for you and a friend. And if this is something that interests you, I would schedule it soon because this promotion ends on the fall equinox. And if you would like to learn more about collaborating with Virgo Energies, you can watch my video, Collaborating with Virgo, which will be linked below. I hope you guys enjoyed this new moon reading, and I will see you in a couple weeks for the full moon in Aries. Until then, bye guys.